This is the moment that changed everything.
The Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons has been put to a vote.
Since World War II, we still haven't been able to get rid of nuclear weapons.
So far we've got 122 nations voting in favour.
I really care about all human lives. I think everyone's value, is equal, and I think that a lot of people have been harmed by nuclear weapons. Their indiscriminate nature means that if one is used, civilians will die in the millions and millions. And I find that unacceptable. I think that should be illegal, and I think that should always have been illegal.
The voting has been completed. The machine is locked.
The US invests the billions of dollars in developing nuclear weapons. Can you imagine that? This money can help poor community to stand.
I think it would be a good idea to actually take all this trillions of money to actually build that nuclear bomb, to actually do something for the global warming that is actually affecting people.
I think that all nations, all people, all young people, black people, they have to stand against nuclear weapons.
This is the moment that the United Nations voted to outlaw nuclear weapons for all time. Well done.
The treaty prohibits everything to do with nuclear weapons, including making them, using them, threatening to use them, and even financing them. In recognition of their work on the Nuclear Ban Treaty, the 2017 Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to ICAN, the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons. Represented by ICAN Director Beatrice Finn of Sweden and Setsuko Thurlow, who survived the U.S. bombing of Hiroshima in 1945 when she was 13 years old. She has campaigned all her life for the total elimination of nuclear weapons. The world is speaking with one voice. Nuclear weapons are unacceptable, like chemical and biological weapons. The 9 nuclear-armed nations must sign the Nuclear Ban Treaty and negotiate together a multilateral plan to dismantle every single one.
We cannot solve a crisis without treating it as a crisis. Until you start focusing on what needs to be done, rather than what is politically possible, there is no hope.
We have about 10 years to profoundly curb greenhouse gas emissions if we are to survive as a species, as a planet. And in the United States alone, we're spending about $10 million per hour on nuclear weapons of mass extinction.
Our civilization is being sacrificed for the opportunity of a very small number of people to continue making enormous amounts of money. And if solutions within this system are so impossible to find, then maybe we should change the system itself.
A new report demonstrates how this can be achieved. By fortunate coincidence, the jobs, scientific talent, and facilities can shift rather neatly from an industry of death to an industry of life.
How do we use elimination of one great existential threat to humanity to solve the other great existential threat to humanity.
This is the moment. The world is waking up to the climate emergency because we can see it happening. And the world has come together with a new treaty that makes global nuclear disarmament possible at last. We must shift our priorities right now. And we can. It's a big investment, but the benefits are as large as life itself.
Yeah, it's really. We all have fresh